Morning, everybody, and welcome back to school, such as it is. Also, welcome to my home. It's nice to have y'all here. Nice to be in your home today, too. It's a great time to be with one another. We're going to start this whole process. We're going to have some ups and downs in it. So, everyone, don't forget that flexibility is our friend. Everybody go, yay, yay. Oops, yay. Okay. So what we are going to be doing every time that we have a day one schedule, I'm going to make a devotional for you guys. I'd like for you to do it before school begins in the morning. It won't take any more than about 5 minutes. And I just want you to be able to reflect upon who God is and what God is doing in your lives right now. We will be using the Esslers as we move through this, but I want it just to be a time that you and I can kind of connect. Also, if you have any prayer requests, please feel free to send them to me at my email, which is rlockridge@hba.net. Now, the Essler that we're going to be working with today is curiosity. And curiosity is our response to what God has created. With an attitude of wonder, we explore God's truth through His Word and through His creation. And I'm getting today's devotion out of a book that's entitled Checklist for Life. And yes, I did get it on sale for $9.97, but it's still a really good book. And today's devotion is entitled Maintaining a Sense of Wonder. And the Bible verse that it uses is from the book of Exodus, chapter 15, verse 11. And it reads, "Who is like you, O Lord, among the gods? Who is like you, glorious in holiness, fearful in praises, and doing wonders?" And God does do wonders today as well as He did back in the Old Testament and New Testament times, as we've talked about in chapel many times. And so here's our devotional. It says, "Do you wonder how God reveals Himself to people who don't have access to a Bible or who have never met a Christian? Down through the centuries, people have testified to their knowledge of God and Jesus through the signs and wonders they observed in creation. For the most part, these were people who lived close to nature and recognized the unseen hand behind all that they had experienced. That and God's Spirit working in their spirit was all they needed to recognize the same God that we worship today." Did you ever think about, every culture of every period of human history, if they did not know the one true God, they made up a God for themselves, because everybody knows through all times, through all cultures, that there is something greater than ourselves out there. There has to be. And there is always a sense of wonder. It continues, the farther people get from a rural society, that's like farmers and people like that, the harder it is to see God with that same sense of wonder. But you can do it. Even if you live in a city, instead of marveling at the wonders of virtual reality, allow God's reality to captivate you once in a while. Marvel at the colors in the sunset, or the playfulness of a dolphin, or go down and watch the whales. They're still out there, and yes, the beaches are still open. Watch the way that a gecko scurries up the wall, if you're not scared of geckos, that is. Back when there were monks that would go to monasteries, one of the things that they would do is they would take something, a leaf, a flower, a rock, and they would just observe it closely, closely, closely. And we actually did this at a servant group camp where we gave everybody a fish. It was a dead fish, but it was still a fish. And they had to write down 30 things that they observed about the fish. And the first thing, you can observe the two eyes and the scales and things like that. But the more you looked at it, the more you saw the detail in it and the precision in it and just the wonder of the whole thing. And when we look at things in this way, it's a great way to keep our sense of wonder in shape. And now, throughout our lives and throughout our days now, you're going to meet people who threaten to rob you of your sense of wonder. They're jaded and they just want jaded company. Don't go along with them. Take time at least once in a while to allow the incredible works of God, His works in creation, as well as the works He performs in the lives of people every day, to stir up your mind, to make you more and more curious. Every answered prayer is something to marvel over. And every changed life is an awesome testimony to the power of God. So we can never lose our sense of wonder, never lose our sense of curiosity. If you remember, our Essler of curiosity is our response to what God has created with an attitude of wonder. We explore God's truth through His Word and through His creation. And so I want you to maintain that sense of curiosity, that sense of wonder. And the more intimately we get to know God, and the more we let Him work in our lives, the sooner we will come to realize that He alone is totally awesome. Getting to know Him is not at all like getting to know humans. When you open your eyes to the wonders He performs, He is a never-ending source of fascination. So in the next couple of days, I really want you to focus on just looking around you and seeing the beauty that we have. I know that we're all in self-isolation, but if you're going to be self-isolated somewhere, Hawaii is a really good place to be isolated. Go out into your yard today, look around, just think of what is out there, and ask yourself questions about it, and the design process of it and all. And then think back into your own life. What has God done in your life? Don't be jaded and don't be complaining about things. You know, we all got things to complain about. But especially during this COVID time and this self-isolation time, just look around you at all of God's beautiful creation and the wonders and the blessings that He's put into your life. Again, if you would like to get in contact with me with a prayer request or something similar, my email is rlockridge@hba.net. Below this, you are going to see some reflection questions. And these are not going to be graded or judged in any way like that. But I want to give you just the opportunity to take time now and just kind of reflect upon these things. So, I will be seeing you next time. Take care of yourself. Take care of your family. Okay? And go wash your hands. Talk to you later. Aloha. Bye-bye.